Hello everyone, this is Susan Gerbic from the GSoW project. I hope you had a terrific Pi Day. I'm sure I did as well, but as I'm recording this in advance, I'm not really sure. I could be in bed right now with a tummy ache from eating all that pie. Well, anyway, I hope you're all doing well. So first I have an announcement and then some updates. I want to announce the beginning of GSoW 3.14, which is all new and improved. I have revamped everything. We are moving away from a private forum and onto Facebook and Google Documents. Training will be self-paced and with easier help documents. Feedback, socializing, and training has always been one way we stand apart from most other Wikipedia editors. This will become even more strong with GSoW 3.14. I haven't allowed anyone new to join the group for months, but now we're accepting new members. We've been flooding the skeptic world for over 4 years about who we are and why we are doing this, so I'm not going to waste time going into that detail. But what I should remind you is that Wikipedia is the best resource to educating massive amounts of people. We owe it to the world to make sure it is factual and well written, and in all languages. We support making Wikipedia pages amazing in all areas. But the GSoW focuses on anything that falls under the scientific skepticism umbrella. My method of training is a bit unorthodox, but very hands-on, lots of feedback, and it will take weeks or months to fully complete. If this is something you've been thinking about or have tried, but you found the forum too clunky or whatever, you might want to give us another try. Reach out to us at gsowteam@gmail.com. So I have some great updates for you. Thanks to Svetlana, our Stephen Novella, and Indre Viscontes pages now have Wikipedia pages in Russian. These were originally written in English by GSoW, and how cool is that? They're now in Russian. Our team has recently released some pages of people that I had never heard of before, but now, thanks to my team's efforts, I've learned a lot about some fascinating people, and readers unaware of the scientific skepticism community will find respectful, well-written updates when they stumble across these pages. Thomas Gilovich is a professor of psychology at Cornell University. He is an author and specializes in social psychology, decision-making, and behavioral economics. He is also a fellow for CSI. He's made notable contributions to the hot hands effect. This is mostly thought of in sports. When someone has success, they will continue having success. I've seen it associated a lot with basketball players. The one I enjoyed learning about the most was the spotlight effect. This is something that Gilovich has created to mean that when people think that they're noticed more than they really are. And he tested this by having students wear a Barry Manilow t-shirt walking in on a room of strangers, and were all facing the front door and saw the student walk in. The researchers predicted that the students would assume that more people would notice their t-shirt than was actually true. The results were as predicted, with participants thinking that roughly half the strangers would have recognized the Barry Manilow shirt, when in fact the number was closer to 20%. I'll remember that the next time I realize I've just been in a room of strangers with food caught in my teeth. It feels like everybody probably noticed, but I guess it'll be far less than that. So check out the Thomas Gilovich's rewrite page. Editor Jay Young started with one citation that had been on that page for years, and Jay turned it into a 35 citation beauty. Already 4,500 and more people have viewed the Wikipedia page in the last few weeks that Jay has made it live. Julius Youngner is a brand new page written by GSoW editor Kyle Hammer. Youngner was on the SALT team, which was responsible for the polio vaccine. He made many contributions to vaccine research over his career and holds many patents related to vaccinations. This man, who until Kyle noticed he didn't have a Wikipedia page, has probably affected tens of millions of lives for the better, and maybe even more than that. Now you can read all about his influences, history, and legacy. Over 30 citations now reside on the Julius Youngner page. Over 1,000 people have already viewed the page in the last week, and Youngner is spelled Youngner. And lastly, one of the newest GSoW editors, whom I met at the Australian Skeptic Convention last October, Julie Berentz, has rewritten a Wikipedia page for Joseph Gelfer. Gelfer writes on masculinity, spirituality, and he wrote a book about the end of the world in 2012. Remember that not happening? Called 2012, Decoding the Countercultural Apocalypse. His proposition for the book's analysis was that no physical event would occur but that people would realize the changes they dearly wish to see in the world will not come from some cosmic source, but rather instead political agency and social activism. And that, ironically, may result in 2012 being a catalyst for a shift in human consciousness, exactly as the prophets predicted. I really like this quote that Julie added in here, because it really makes you think about predictions of sorts. Because if people are thinking very hard about a prediction that's going to happen and the change that they'd like to see in the world, then possibly that will make them focus on the change and possibly even make it happen. So maybe the prophets predicting change in society in 2012 will make a change for society that started in 2012. It may be too early to know. Anyway, I think it's kind of a fascinating thing he wrote, and you kind of have to wrap your mind around it a little bit. Pretty interesting. So, of course, there's so much more to know about the people that I've mentioned. Please visit their pages on Wikipedia. And if you'd like to be involved in the Wikipedia process and you'd like to learn how to edit Wikipedia correctly, with lots of feedback, lots of socialization, and lots of training, this is the project to join. We are really making a difference in the world. Reach out to me again at GSOWteam@gmail.com. Thank you.